the Drop Bear from Kizer. 154 cm on this little dog. They have done them all. They have done them all, have they not? Have they done this one? Was this one that they did in LCN or LC200N? I swear to God, they've done them in a bunch. Hold on. S45VN with fat carbon. Where's the LC200N model? Oh my God. And shit, I don't know. Oh, they're LMAX. Okay. Let me see what else. They've done them. There it is, right? LC200N. In this one, and that's titanium. 154 cm, etc., 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 and go back one, right? That was the S45VN. One more back? No. Hey, that was another thing. Have you guys ever been on their site, the Kizer site, and looked at the pocket clips that they've got? You can get all kinds of different pocket clips with the screws, right? And you can get titanium, that kind of thing. And here, and here. You can get the whole setup. So that's, and they look pretty inexpensive. Here's another, you know, on and on. $15, $19, that kind of thing. And one thing they're talking about is on the Drop Bear, you got the clutch lock. On the clutch lock, and let me, you know what? Let me get this one. This is kind of my new favorite. This is Nitro V. It's a very inexpensive one. But you can see the 5 holes on both sides. So this Omega spring can go in or out. And so they say, oh, you got 5 holes here for spring adjustment, 5 here. So you got 25 options of how you can run. If you want it stronger, you know, to pull back with your thumb or for your finger, or how you want to do that. I use both at the same time. And then, so you can just do that, okay? And this is really easy, and this is stuff I've been talking about, but they finally, maybe I've seen this before, I don't know, but this is stuff I've been talking about. And they're talking about the Gemini spring system, the 2 Omega springs, you have 25 custom gauge, but the DED system, short for D-shape easy disassembling system, okay? D-shape easy disassembling system, okay? That's what I've been talking about, because when you would go and you would use the axis lock kind of system, and you have a Benchmade with axis lock, that's the problem. This is not accessible here. This is, okay? So you unscrew it. But the problem is, this has got to come out because you've got Omega spring on this side, Omega spring on this side, right? I might as well use my see-through model, okay? So what they did is they go, let's just make it easy. So you don't have to unscrew this and then push the whole pivot out to try and get this scale off so you can disengage and pull this Omega spring so you can actually pull this lock bar all the way down and out. See, it's got to go to the fat area down here on both sides, and you can pull that lock bar all the way out, and then you can pull the thing apart, okay? And that's what they're talking about on here. So what they do is they just put a pivot in there. It's not connected to either of the screws. I mean, in the way that it's all a one-piece deal with just a screw on the back. No, it is 2 separate screws with the pivot, which is D-shaped, so the pivot won't turn, okay? But you can unscrew this and unscrew this. Pop this off. Here's your Omega spring. Pop it off. Pop this off from this side without having to push the whole pivot through. Okay, and then pop this off, and then you'll make spring off of here. Boom. And putting it back together is so easy. And what I will do is refer you to a disassembly video of where I do a disassembly on the Drop Bear. Okay? Because I will show it to you, or I could capture it off of there and just throw it on here. Now, I will. I'll give you a link down below, and click on that and go to the disassembly section of my Drop Bear video and look at what I'm talking about. This makes it so different. And you know what? I'm not aware of anybody else that's doing it like that. Even though there's all these crossbar locks and whatever you want to call them. Axis locks, whatever, okay? And so, what do they call theirs? The Gemini spring system? They call it the clutch bar. Okay, the clutch bar. And then this is the Gemini spring system in here. And I already did a video on this one, but I'm using this one this is the aluminum one with the 154 cm. You can get it in S45. You can get it in LC200 with titanium. You can get it in, amazingly enough. And then this one's in Nitro V, and it's super inexpensive, but it's got grippy. And I've already done a video on this, but and you know what? I need to get a whole thing of my Drop Bear videos, because I've probably done 4 or 5 of them. God only knows. But I like them. Here's the thing. It would be interesting if they made a bigger one, and it'd be interesting if they made a smaller one. I think this is something they could exploit. I mean, this is a great design. It's really nice. It's super comfortable in the hand, okay? Super fidget friendly. Just, oh my God. It's easy to disassemble and reassemble. And you know what? I think Kizer ought to start putting scales out for this. I'll guarantee you there's some guys that I know that are knife scale guys that could make scales for this. And it'd be easy to change them out, because you can take the scale right off of here. Okay, just this, and boom, and then put it back on. And you can take this one, pocket clip this, whoosh, whoosh, put it back on. I mean, you don't have to tear the whole knife apart to swap the scales out. It'd be super easy, right? Deep carry, and you can flip it. Okay, so left hand carry, and you can put your lanyard through here, and this and that. Now, maybe you don't like the gray aluminum, but you can get it in a see-through version and everything, fat carbon, everything else, including micarta. So there's that, and this is what the box looks like. Drop Bear, Azo. If it wasn't for Azo, where would we be? Where would we be? And usually, it's like, not just usually, but always, it seems like, they give you hardware, and now I don't see it. Oh, look, it escaped. It's in here. Look at this. There's your hardware right there. I was saying, as soon as I said that, right, there wouldn't be hardware in there. There's hardware in there and Omega springs. Okay? Because there's got to be a specific one for the left and a specific for the right. Okay? So that's why they give you a full set. Okay? So you get that. And there's a sticker in there. And microfiber cloth in here, and your paperwork and all that kind of stuff. And it's a 3-inch blade. So it's, 3 and 7, whatever. Let me get this back together. Okay. And I'm sure the weight will vary depending on what size you buy, right? This aluminum one is 103 grams, which probably would be well under 4 ounces. Yeah, 3.6 ounces. Let me see what my little acrylic one is. Yeah, 3.22. Lighter with Nitro V. Okay. Super easy. But yeah, you're right. It's only 3. They could go to a 3.5. It wouldn't break my heart. 3.5. See, here's 3 and probably 7. Yeah, 3 and 7. Okay. So it'd be, and I don't know if you could go much smaller. They could if they wanted to make a mini bear, do a 2.6, you know, or something like that, really small, because some people would just dig having a little fifth pocket knife and that kind of stuff. But really, this thing at a, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go, I would say at a 3-inch blade, what do you think? 3.5 or 3.75? Maybe go all the way if you're gonna do that, or 3.5 would be like full size enough and we're all good. So I don't know. But I mean, and start making the replaceable scales. You could make them in everything. You could make them in, you know, this. And I've seen the red of this acrylic stuff, and you know the PEI in the amber, right? So you could do whatever, and then fat carbon, titanium, whatever. You could have them all available. And I think that'd be a great idea, but just me. Because I think the Drop Bear is very usable. It's so comfortable in the hand. It's extremely carryable. It comes pretty sharp right out of the box. I mean, you tell me. What do you think about the Drop Bear? I like it. I think they have a lot of potential with this knife. The design is great, of course, Azo design, and so, you know, blade to handle length is pretty reasonable here. I mean, you're kind of on this trajectory, so that's pretty close. In here, this is what this is because of the way this is set up. You see this, stop, boom, right there, okay? But you've got the crossbar lock, or clutch lock, okay? The clutch bar. Looking over at my paperwork. Clutch bar. Okay, I get you. But, and some people just don't like aluminum. And so in that case, G10. You know, I don't know that I've ever seen a G10 model. I've seen micarta, I've seen titanium, I've seen fat carbon, I've seen aluminum, I've seen acrylic. Wow, you're right, I don't think I have. So, interesting in any case, and dear Kizer, make a big one, offer replaceable scales, and you know, make a big one in an affordable like Nitro V, and make a big one in like classy with either fat carbon or titanium. But you know, and that way you could use Magna Cut. That would be awesome, and then you could start swapping scales. It'd be great. I'll leave you to it. We are Love Them Knives. We do love them knives. And you guys, stay sharp.